Okay guys, today we're going to show you a real cool submission. It's called the Ruotolotine. It's an arm-in rear naked choke. I'm going to show you the entries, the finishing mechanics, and so much more. So let's go. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm so sorry about the clickbait. Yeah, Sandro and Tum here, by the way. I told you this is a Ruotolotine. It is, but that's not really the true name. Maybe. That depends on you. Let me know in the comments. But Kate and Ty Ruotolo made this famous, or remade this famous, recently with the championship, beating Isaac Mitchell. And it's actually an arm in rear naked choke, or reverse kata gatame, or a reverse dars, whatever you want to call it. Let me know in the comments what you think should be the appropriate name. We're going to show it to you anyways, whatever the name. But it's not invented by them, because we've seen Braulio Estima do this in 2009 against Marcelo Garcia. Jacare was already doing it at MMA. It has been in instructions before, but I thought Ruotolotine was a cool name. Let's just get to it. I'm going to start off in back control. So I'm going to show you some different setups today, finishing mechanics, and as always, all the stuff. We have to be a bit aware with the mic. I'm going to clip it to Sandro's beautiful cauliflower ear. Yeah, and I hope you guys can hear it because we're doing chokes. So normally I would hide my choke arm here to start attacking rear naked chokes or whatever. But in any case, if he strips the grips, or if I want to bait this, I will change my grips. When he strips the top grip, maybe he's just defending the choke, or maybe he's trying to swim underneath the arm and escape my back control. What I'm doing is, as soon as he strips the grip, I'm going to punch my underhook arm all the way up. Now, it's hard to reach high because my hand can only reach towards his shoulder. What I want you guys to do is sink in a bit to the side and look at my left shoulder. I want to sink that in and shoot through. So it's important to not stay at the back of your partner unless you have really long arms, but I don't have such long arms. This is the best invention ever. We're just going to try this, guys. I don't have the longest of arms, but as he strips the top grip, I'm going to shoot this through and then rotate this to catch this rear naked choke grip. Now I'm falling to my side, and I'll explain in a minute why that's very important. As I get this rear naked choke grip, yeah, my palm is down, I'm controlling, I can grab my own shoulder if there or the head, and I'm not only pulling in and choking. I think you can see Sandro's face having a little bit of a struggle here, but I'm more so imagining my lat pushing back my elbow towards my hip. So in this case, that will be my left side. So look at this, instead of going backwards and squeezing, which might get a tap, I'm bringing my lat back to my body, and that will get the choke really in. Yeah. Now, I told you about this arm. I will cover that from this position, and then when we go to the different positions, the different entries, just remember that detail, please. Let's do the other side for a second. So what I want to do, without the setup, is I want to punch my arm all the way deep. So look at my shoulder and my biceps. I'm going to punch them in. So my hand comes all the way up, and with the sharp blade of my wrist, I'm cupping behind his neck. So if you have trouble reaching, you might have short arms or your partner's really big, but you can sink in and punch in way deeper than you think. As I'm here, sink it in, I collect, close to figure four. Now, one of the things that Sandro can do to make some more space here is push his right shoulder down and lift his head. You see this? Now it's getting harder and harder for me to finish, but also if he keeps working that, my grip might slip because he's making more space. Now what I want to do is I want to fall to the right side and put weight on that arm so it becomes harder for him to open up. I want to squeeze it all in. So as I'm pushing in, controlling, I want to fall to this side. Now I don't care if you have hooks in or a body triangle or you're just on the hip, yeah, or maybe catching the arm so it's harder for him to defend. But as I'm here, I like to close a body triangle. If he starts pushing his right elbow back to the mat, go on, go on, go on, I'll fight that easily. Come on, Sandro, push, push, push. No way. Then I'm bringing my elbow and my lat towards my hip to get a beautiful strangle. So I think these are the most important details. Now I'm going to show you some entries. We're just going to go over them quick. Let's build up. We're going to start off here. Now we're going to go to turtle. This is also the one that, and please forgive me if I mistake them, but I think Ty Ruotolo shows, is as he's in turtle, building up his base. So yeah, he can be on his elbows, but in this case, he's trying to build base again. We're wrestling. I'm going to punch in. Now the same thing happens. I cannot get deep enough. So I want you to imagine like maybe doing a Tony Ferguson dars. I'll put a link up to a video we have on that, but punching it all the way in. So maybe I'm wedging this knee in, punching all the way in here. As I go, slide up, control. Now I can finish. Guys, I hope you can hear this. Now I can finish here. I start squeezing. I think I can get a tap if I bring my elbow towards my body. Yeah, no problem. But as I'm here anyway, I like to fall to the arm that's strapped. Yeah, maybe step on his hip. I don't really care for the hooks because if he starts turning away, he's just going to sink more into the choke. Yeah, of course I prefer to have hooks or a body triangle, but getting that elbow to the mat, turning in, I think that's a detail that I haven't seen in other videos yet, but it's really important on this choke to make sure your partner doesn't open up, create space for the choke. Now let's build up even higher. We're gonna stand up, same thing, let's do rear body lock. So as I'm controlling my partner, as I step, I wanna shoot in all the way. Yeah, so same thing applies. I have to turn my body towards him and get my shoulder underneath. So here, it's gonna be very hard, guys, to reach this. So I'm controlling, finally controlling the hip. As I step in, boom, slide over, yeah. Same thing applies. I can squeeze, get the choke, or I would just holding on, starting attacking there, whilst I'm sinking in the choke. Final one standing up is when we have a collar tie. You can do a duck under, slide by, whatever, and I'm punching through. Sorry, that was a bit fast, a bit slow for you guys, or just go on 1.7 speed, 0.7. Asher and collar tie, duck under, or slide by, opening, sliding my head, keeping this hand nice and high, collecting, getting the choke. I think that gives you some setups. The final one I want to show you is not a setup to the choke, but is how another choke links to this. We're going to do an arm triangle from top. And I think you guys can already do 1 + 1. Let's turn a little bit this way, please. As I have the arm triangle, let's talk a little bit before we start choking so you can clearly hear me. In the arm triangle, my partner will turn to defend the arm triangle, and then I will keep punching through, start to apply the choke. The problem is, as he turns away, it's freeze. This arm will be on top. So that's why I covered that detail on the arm on the mat a few times. Yeah, I would prefer to flip him back or over to get that arm on the mat, but I don't really care if I have a good squeeze. So I'm in an arm triangle, yeah, trying to finish here. He starts defending by turning away. I'm not holding on the arm triangle, I'm pulling him back. I'm shooting through, controlling, get my knee up high. As I step over, try flipping him back. I think we'll go a bit off screen and a lot of audio. If he starts rolling over, I'll follow him. Now we turn him back, bring his elbow to the mat, squeeze for the finish. It's not that easy to see, maybe from your angle, but you should use your imagination a little bit, and we want to keep the video short. So guys, there you have it, the Ruotolotine, famous by Ty and Kate Ruotolo brothers. I'm not sure if it's the right name. Let me know in the comments if it should be called a rear neck choke with an arm in, a reverse rear neck choke, a reverse dars, or if you're fancy and you speak a little bit of Japanese, sorewa reverse kata gatame. Yeah? Let's keep it with that. Thank you so much for watching. See you next one. Buise.